Welcome into the DNVR Avalanche pregame show presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR to sign up for a new account and get amazing odds boosts every single day. Rudo, AJ, Blaze, all coming at you live before Avs versus Jets in Colorado. Our boy Jesse Montano in the building alongside our new boy Ryan Green. So, keep an eye peeled for some cool stuff going on.
Not this building.
In Ball Arena.
Yeah.
At the sack, as they say. Look, on the picture of the division, Jets aren't really very relevant to Colorado's position. In the
division race, no.
In the picture of this back-to-back, today and tomorrow, kind of important game for the Avs to win to take the pressure off against Vegas, no?
I mean,
go ahead.
You want to beat teams that you should beat, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going to lose games against good teams. Yeah. You want to just limit the number of games, the points that you give away to not good teams.
For sure.
So, a Jets team that's just kind of blah right now, hasn't really found an identity this year, has never really gotten going since the very first 3 weeks of the season. They've just not been that good. And I think that's, well,
you want to take advantage of that team,
yeah,
right? And especially on a back-to-back, you get this win.
Well,
at home, you get the
home.
win at home, and you're feeling like whatever happens tomorrow, you can live with.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get any points tomorrow, you're happy. If you lose tonight, then the pressure does go up. Not only are you in Vegas on a Sega Baba, but you're, against a kind of a team that's going to want to take a good run at you.
Yep.
After shutting them out recently, you beat them in their own barn recently. They're gonna remember that. It's gonna be all Sega Babas involved tomorrow, with Vegas and Arizona tonight. But it does increase the pressure and make tomorrow mildly more important.
Keep in mind, Winnipeg is a team going through a bit of a regime change right now.
Yeah,
with Chevy out as well as Paul Maurice, so. It's a team that really does lack a bit of identity this year.
Yeah, well, and they've just the injuries and everything. It's just the timings of things. They're kind of like awkwardly stuck in their old ways that they've done things where they don't want to turn things over to younger guys. You have a dynamic, really good young player like Cole Perfetti. You've got guys like Ville Heinola on the back end, Dylan Sandberg, and you're running out older guys that are less effective guys that get kind of run.
Yep. It's interesting to see how reliant the Winnipeg seems like it was on some of the pieces that they're missing now.
And like Connor look at the difference. Connor Hellebuck, instead of being elite this year, has been above average.
Yeah.
And it's made a huge difference. The fact that he has not been upper echelon, but just good.
Good. Yeah.
So you're talking. I mean, it's a major drop off. They're nowhere near as good when that's the case, and the Jets are paying the price for it. They're stuck in the Central Division, where if they were in the Pacific, they would really be fine. Like they would be in an okay position, a competitive spot, because they're in the Central. 4 teams are going to make it from the Central,
At least
no doubt.
4. Yeah.
No doubt for those 4 teams. I think they've already kind of started to run away with it.
Yep.
The top 2, especially in Colorado and Minnesota,
They're
but
pretty gone.
St.
Yeah.
Louis and Nashville are really just going to kind of keep, working on their edging with each other.
Yeah.
And then you have, is Dallas or Winnipeg gonna?
And that's
We'll
what I
see.
want to talk about with the playoff bubble here. Realistically, Winnipeg is on the outside looking in. They're 6 points behind Dallas right now.
Yeah.
They're a desperate hockey team that they need to find ways to steal points against teams like the Avs if they want to get back into the conversation.
Yeah, and that if they're going to steal points against it's got to be on the back of Connor Hellebuck. It has to be Connor Hellebuck shutting the door.
And the problem there, too, is like if you look at it, too, right? Anaheim's right there with Dallas. Edmonton's right there.
It's not just Dallas that they have to beat.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
It's
other
all of the Pacific
teams that are-
Division
yeah.
because the Pacific Division is so bad this year.
Yeah. And it seems like those teams that are on the bubble, there's going to be a little bit of an arms race, too, at the trade deadline to figure out how they shore that up. Now, if you're the Jets...
I mean, is Anaheim going to sell guys off? Is San Jose going to sell guys off? Is Dallas going to sell guys off? Is Winnipeg going to sell guys off? Because Winnipeg is in a bad spot right now, and they've got expiring deals. They've got valuable guys that teams are going to have interest in.
And it just, like, is it hard to keep people in Winnipeg? If you're an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, like they've always had issues selling guys on, hey, I think that's one advantage they have to like trade for a guy, and then they get there and they're like, damn, this fan base is really passionate.
Yeah.
It is cold as dick here. It sucks. I hate this, but also I live a quarter mile from the rink.
That's true. But springtime, not so bad.
And like when it's not hellaciously cold in Winnipeg as a city kind of rules.
It's got a great food scene.
Oh, dude! If you're into diverse food options, it's got a great food scene. If you're into barbecue, bad. It's just bad news.
The hat on the table is from Breck Brew, by the way. If you want the Avalanche Amber Ale / Colorado Avalanche crossover, go check out breckbrew.com. They got all the good stuff. Also, the 2 for a brew deal they have going every single game. Avs score 2 in the first period. You get a brew on them as long as you keep your receipt. So
they did it last game.
They did it last game, literally. So hope y'all got a free beer. It's the best. Free beer is the best. Full stop.
Free beer is the best.
In Winnipeg's case, it's... I guess my question is, at what point do they start looking at their core and go, boy, these guys aren't getting any younger? And at a
Winnipeg's core?
Yeah, at the top, I understand they have the next gen is there, and Ehlers and Connor and Perfetti, but you still have these pieces that you're relying on in the Scheifele's and the Wheelers of the world.
And Wheeler's much older than those guys,
right?
So it's really like you're going and like he's your captain. He's signed. He's making $1 jajillion. You're going down with the Wheeler ship.
Okay.
Scheifele is your question.
Sure.
Because all those other guys are either signed or are young enough that you're like, dude, no. But Scheifele, he's starting to approach free agency. He hasn't been very good this year. He's been it's like when you get into where have things gone wrong for the Jets. If you want to get past the coaching issues, and if you want to get past some organizational dysfunction that they struggle with, obviously Shovel Day Off is in the news earlier this year for
his connections to bad stuff.
to things that happened in 2010 with the Blackhawks. So there's been some jankiness in the org itself, and Paul Maurice stepping away, and Dave Lowry hasn't done much there. But you haven't really seen the whole group together. But Scheifele's play has been a big time concern.
Well, and
major letdown
for Chevy specifically. It's been less true over the past couple of years, but historically, Chevy has been a very patient GM when it comes to making aggressive moves.
Like, he's made more moves in recent years where it's still interesting that people talk about him like he's Ron Francis.
It's not to that level, for sure.
But he's still... It's really just that he hasn't made any of the big moves moving guys out unless he just had to. Yeah. And how much did Andrew Ladd do them a favor?
Bailed the fuck out of that.
I mean, it didn't go anywhere. They didn't get anything out of it, but it was like...
Him hanging around wouldn't have done a whole lot for him either.
Well, so. and like bailed them out of that. Jacob Trouba being like, I got to get out of here. They ended up winning that deal, running away.
Neil Pionk is dope, it turns out.
Like Neil Pionk's turned into a good player, and they got Ville Heinola with the draft pick. Like, I was all right. That should be a third of their defense right now. They keep fucking around.
$5 super chat here from Ryan. Thank you very much. Yeah, best news of the day. McNab in remission for his cancer.
Got that news just a little while ago. Yeah. Great news for him. Awesome dude.
Super happy for him.
Really, really excited to see him around the rink whenever he's ready again, and to be back to his routine, to see him around. He's a great guy to have around the game and a wonderful ambassador for the sport.
Man, the first time I met him, he is a big man.
Yeah,
he is huge. Like, you see him and you're like, okay, yeah, he's a big dude. But like, you see it when you meet him in person.
Well, and like
he's a big dude.
He also has like big things.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like
his personality. And physically.
And you're just like, yeah, like everything about this guy is just like he's just a big fella.
Yeah, and just always happy too. Like
gentle giant for sure.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Made it the easiest guy to root for in a cancer battle. Where you're like, cancer's garbage anyway, but dude, Peter's just one of the good ones.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We talked about Scheifele, obviously the Avs connection, and someone rumored to be in and around the plate, the trade block.
Blah, blah,
blah, blah, blah. Blaze's favorite player, Paul Stastny.
Blaze has multiple iterations of Paul Stastny jerseys at his house.
Confirmed.
I do. He's one
a
of my
really
favorite
big
players.
fan.
Yeah.
He's a really big fan.
Yeah. No, it's funny that I say that, and then like a few of my friends actually know him, played with him at DU, and we're like, man, if you ever met that guy, you would love him. So like, and I was like, oh, that's fine, but I just
what I'm saying. Everybody loves Paulie Walnuts.
Yeah, I just didn't like the way he left the Avs, and I know it's a business. And AJ, you gave me a little bit more insight into what was going on, and maybe I'm not going to look so harshly, but I will welcome him back. I will have his T-shirt on if he comes back to the Avalanche.
There you go.
We'll make a shirt.
Get the walnut shirt ready.
One. Yeah.
Paulie Walnut shirt.
Yep, a Paulie Walnut shirt.
Not having a very productive year this year for them.
It's okay.
It's not terrible.
Is he like
it's okay.
20 points right now?
22 points in about 40 games.
Okay, so that's not too bad.
It's fine.
Yeah.
He's not. The thing is, I think a lot of Avs fans would love to have him back, but Avs fans need to understand that he is not the guy he was when he left.
Like he's late career Paul Stastny.
Yeah.
I love it. You just like pull that out like you're hiding.
Got a
it.
stashed beer down here. Make it work, but
no, he's an interesting guy. He'll be a guy that we talk a little bit more about
with our trade deadline
just
coverage.
A
and
major selling point is versatility.
Yep,
you can kind of do a little bit of everything. You can play all throughout your lineup. You don't really want to put him on a top line at this point in his career, but
probably can't hang.
But it wouldn't be like he's terribly miscast for a short period of time.
Get your buy for sure.
Yeah.
So
would you say he's a primary target though for the Avs trade?
A primary target? No.
Yeah.
I would say he's more of a guy that your interest in him. Part of the interest in him is the cost efficiency of it, where instead of firsts and top prospects and stuff like that, you're going more of a middle road price for a middle road return.
Yeah.
What a cool
better player than what they got in Carl Soderberg last year.
Right.
But certainly not going to remind you of Claude Giroux.
Yeah. What a cool way to end your career too if he ends up back as an Avalanche and ends up just playing out the end here.
Look,
yeah.
Unfortunately, Paul Stastny isn't really a redhead. So, look, there's only one ginger
Not
gem.
even close.
There's only one ginger gem in this trade deadline, and it's Claude Giroux.
The ginger gem Giroux?
Yeah. Triple G, we call him.
Yeah. We've got Sammy G, and now they're going for Triple G.
Yeah.
Ginger gem Giroux.
Love it. Yeah. Love it. Okay. So, Stastny, an interesting conversation. One, because the state of Colorado is very familiar with him as a hockey player. So you could see a little bit of
as we learned when he may or may not have donated to the trucker convoy in Canada. His charity is still here.
Yep.
Had a Cherry Hills address. So cool.
Boom, boom. Tommy Thompson, Stastny or Kessel?
Ooh.
All right, I cannot wait for you guys to hear the conversation of AJ talking himself into Phil Kessel we had today. Oh, man. It is a good one.
Kessel's got experience deep into playoff runs.
He's got a couple of rings.
He does. Couple of rings, couple of hot dogs.
There we go.
You get to 2 rings, the hot dogs turn into burritos real quick, all right?
Or burritos. Team Kessel.
Team Kessel. I genuinely, I'd be fine with either, but the real answers are Claude Giroux.
Well, yeah. The ginger jet.
All right. Well, let's keep moving on. We're having a quick little pregame here. Blaze, make us some money, please.
Oh, no graphic tonight, boys, because I was a little late on the
Slacking again.
Funny, late on the graphic,
Man,
but you
got
were
here early.
In
I was.
plenty of time for the show.
I was busy talking.
Yeah.
So,
We were all here.
yeah.
We've
Chatting
been here
it
all
up.
day.
Well,
so
I'm just going to fall back to my normal, I blame Yahir for not telling me
True.
it's all Yahir's fault.
It's true.
Yeah, it's so.
Did you hear that?
let's blame him.
If you guys heard that? Y'all here fucking sucks. just to reiterate.
All right, let's get into this. We're just going to talk about it, and I'll see your guys' reactions. Guess where I'm going? I'm going with assist here.
So Kale McCarr.
No Kale McCarr tonight.
I mean, it should be a Devontae's night.
Oh, there it is. So Devon Taves, half point plus 105.
Yep.
Take it.
Yep. That's good money.
Another one. Gabriel Landeskog with a half a point plus 100. These are just assists.
For an assist?
For an assist. This feels like free money.
All right. I mean,
You good with that one?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Look, Nathan McKinnon's back in the lineup tonight. He's
Now,
scoring a goal.
Here's
It's
the one that's
happening.
going to kind of, we'll see where everyone lies on this. Frankie with over 27 and a half saves.
yep.
Okay.
That's minus 105. So
Yep. I'm in.
basically even money.
I'm in.
Yep.
Yep.
Those are the three.
Gonna need it. Should be. You bring up a good point. Are we
It's been a while. I feel like we're in for like a 7 to 9 power
just
play
a
game.
total blow it the fuck out.
I mean, like a game where there's just like one team just has a fucking ton of power play opportunities. Because it feels like the Avs have played a lot of like
Pretty low penalty games.
one
yeah.
or two penalties here or there, and they've been delayed games. And
Yeah.
no, I think we're back to. I think it's time for some goofiness.
It's time.
Who's the first team in the NHL that employs the hack-a-shack plan for Nathan McKinnon? That's what I want to see.
Carolina,
They're just gonna maul him. That's the plan. All right.
90% PK. They're comfortable.
There you go. That's true. It's not that much of a detriment if you're that good on the PK.
I mean, it's not like they're going to get 10 penalties called on them. They'll kill 9 of 10 anyway. It's fine.
Can you imagine
Calling 10 penalties on a team.
one team? Oh my god!
All of them slashing Nathan McKinnon.
You genuinely spend an entire period on the penalty kill.
That'd be pretty funny.
Oh wow!
Like, we're just dedicated towards the third period. We're up 3-0.
Break Nathan McKinnon's wrist before he hurts us.
Or
Wow.
you do it,
How
you're
angry
down,
would Nathan McKinnon be?
you're
Oh my
down
God.
4-0 and you've lost the game, and so you're like, set the tone for the next game. Break his arms.
By the third slash, Nathan McKinnon would be losing his
Oh, dude.
shit.
He would be straight up baseball swinging that thing in return out of anger, like, leave me alone.
Don't put me back out there, coach.
Yeah.
I can't take it.
Yeah, that's
Cut a
something he
man with
would
my
say.
skate.
No. First to ever do it. Okay.
On that note,
Let's take a vibe check here. Are we feeling an Avs win? I know you feel like it's a game they need to win, but how do you actually feel about the Avs going into this game?
it hasn't really mattered this year. They've
True.
just won.
True.
Just win games, dude. No,
Friday night at home?
look, you're never going to find me in a position where Connor Hellebuyck doesn't scare me.
Yeah.
All right,
right.
that's it, though. Like, that's it. That's it, and that's all, man.
All right.
I mean, a good goalie is a good goalie, but when the defense isn't there, when the defense isn't clicking with the goalie,
Yeah, well, when we saw it
Anything can
last time.
happen.
Last time they were in Denver, they lost 7-1. So,
Yep.
you
Oops.
know, I don't imagine that happens again. But if it's going to happen, I mean, maybe not tonight. Let's not do this to my fantasy goalie. But if it's going to, it's fine. It's fine. It's
So
fine.
10-1 then.
I mean, I don't really want that, but it is what it is. All right.
there's an easier graphic for this.
Last second super chat here.
Yeah.
$2 for Pin King. 5-on-3 for 20 minutes. LOL. Oof, that would be brutal.
It'd be so fucking boring to watch.
Oh, it'd be awful.
With how bad
There it is.
5-on-3s are league wide.
You just watch them throw it around the perimeter for a
Well, and you're
minute.
like, at some point, your guys are going to get, like, gassed.
Yeah.
And you're out there with Darren Helm and Tyson Jones.
Trying to run a power play.
Like, all right, guys. And Nicholas Abe-Kubel in the middle of the ice.
Power play quarterback Jack Johnson. Let's go.
Trying to go bombs away on a 5-on-3. You're just like, what the fuck world is this?
Oh, man. All right. So, Avs Jets coming up here. We're gonna wrap this one up a little bit early. We got a couple things to take care of down at the bar tonight. P.S. It's probably too late. If you were planning on coming down to the bar, don't, or at least wait until the second period.
Yeah.
We have a private party tonight till 8 o'clock. Congratulations to DNVR Spence of the Golf Bros.
Yep.
He's having his rehearsal dinner tonight, getting married tomorrow. So, good for him. It's not so bad.
Yeah.
AJ's the only. No, I guess Yahir's engaged too. So,
Yeah.
married. Spence is about to be married.
Yeah. Suckers in waiting.
Is there anyone single at DNVR? I'm trying to think. Kale single? Yeah.
Wow.
Henry.
Right off the
Called
top of his
out,
head.
yeah.
Henry.
Hank's
Right
not
off the
single.
top
He's not
of his
engaged, but he's
head,
not
dude.
single.
Oh, he's just
Like,
he's
oh.
dating. He's single.
He's dating someone of your ilk.
Is there
Minnesota
anybody
girl.
single? Bam. Immediately.
Kale.
Dude.
You better count name.
Cold.
I
Well,
can't think of anyone
if
else.
he's gonna, the one thing we know is that if he's gonna try and do something, he has to do it alone.
Yeah.
I think Dev too.
Yeah, I don't know if Dev does or not.
Adam.
Aren't we all alone?
Adam has children with his wife. And in a more existential way, Blaze. Okay, we're off the rails. We're going to get out of
Yeah,
here.
it took a dark turn.
Jesse.
We're all alone.
Yeah, Jesse has an imaginary girlfriend. We know this.
Yeah.
We're going to get out of here. We'll be back post-game, and catch everything that happened with us live immediately after. So be sure to tune in to that. Until then, we'll talk to you after the game. Yeah, that's all I got. Bye.